Let me begin with the confession that I know absolutely nothing about cricket. I'm one of the few people in this country who remain resolutely uninterested in the sport. So I can't knowledgeably comment on the transformation of actor Sushant Singh Rajput into Mahendra Singh Dhoni. I don't really know how immaculate his immersion is or how well he imitates the helicopter shot. I also have little idea of the politics of cricket, the lows that were left out and the muck that didn't make it to the screen. What I can tell you is that Neeraj Pandey's telling of Dhoni's life is in equal parts thrilling, moving, and utterly exhausting. Neeraj, who has also co-written the screenplay, bookends the film with the highest points in a life filled with peaks, India winning the World Cup in 2011. Using footage from the historic night, Neeraj recreates the ecstasy of that victory, the emotion and joy that course through the veins of every Indian, including agnostics like me. We know what happened, and it was only 5 years ago, but it's an absolute delight to relive that moment. But in between this is almost 3 hours of watching Dhoni become the man that he is. It's an incredible story of a middle-class boy from Ranchi who becomes the richest cricket player in the world. We retrace Dhoni's steps, his warm, loving family, his conservative father who's deeply afraid of the risk a career in sport presents, the coach who spots his talent, and his first supporters and friends, all those who instinctively knew that this was not a kid who would settle for less.
तुम्हारा पढ़ाई लिखाई कैसा चल रहा है?
परसों से ही ऑफिस लीग का लास्ट राउंड शुरू होने वाला है।
अरे एग्जाम तो दोगे ना तुम?
पास जितना लायक हो जाएगा।
अगला मैच में देखेंगे।
सर वीक टीम के साथ स्कोर करके क्या मिलेगा?
हम इस लड़के को जानते हैं, महेंद्र सिंह धोनी।
स्ट्राइक हम लेंगे, तुम रन आउट मत करवा देना बस।
We relive Dhoni's struggle as he works as a ticket collector in Kharagpur and watches helplessly as his contemporaries like Yuvraj Singh move up. Neeraj wants us to feel the extent of Dhoni's suffocation. So the camera even sneaks into this little toilet that he shares with 4 other boys. This is the most compelling part of the film. Sushant is wonderful in these scenes of the early life. Frustrated but steady, ambitious and unhappy all at once. But post-interval, the narrative loses its drive. By now the story is already stretched to breaking and our patience is wearing thin. We go into Dhoni's love life, his decisions as captain, his rise to riches. The songs only add to the length. The bigger problem is that the narrative stops giving us an insight into the man. We don't see any flaws or even any soft spots, or even how he adjusted to a 5-star life. We just see a driven individual who overcomes everything that life lobs at him. He even gets a foreign song sequence just like any other Bollywood hero. We don't get a peek into the world of cricket either, the politics in the boardroom or the passions in the locker room. What stayed with me eventually was Sushant's air of quiet determination and the tears in Dhoni's father's eyes when his son hits that shot that won us the World Cup. Anupam Kher's performance is the emotional heart of this film. It sums up the anguish and the magic of this game. I'm going with 3 stars. For more reviews like this, hit the button below and subscribe to Film Companion.